Now we are ready to remove the stitches onto 2 double pointed end needles. I recommend a size 1 or 2. So the first step that you will do is remove the first 28 stitches and place them on one of the knitting needles. You will mount them on the knitting needle exactly as I am showing you on this video. Have removed the first 28 stitches onto one knitting needle. You will repeat the same process with the other half of the stitches, the other 28. Place them on the second double pointed needle. We have removed the stitches onto the 2 double pointed needles and we're ready to Kitchener the stitches close. The Kitchener produces an invisible seam, which is the one that is recommended whenever you're closing toes. So cut your working yarn so you have approximately 36 inches of length left. Pass a tapestry needle through. Now hold on to your 2 double pointed needles. On the front needle, first stitch, pass the tapestry needle through the side. Pass the entire thread through. Now you're going to go to the back needle and you're going to knit it, take it off as if to knit. So you're going to go from the inside and you're going to leave those 2 stitches on the needles. You're not removing them. This is the setup for the Kitchener stitch. Now you are going to go back to the front needle from the inside. You're going to hook the first stitch and you're going to remove it, passing the working yarn through. And now you're going to go again to the front, but instead of going from this side, you're going to go from the other side. And leave that stitch on the front needle. Now you're moving to the back. And you're going to go from the inside and removing it. Again, the back, knit. Back to the front, knit it off, and back to the front again, but this time you leave it. To the back, removing it, to the back needle again, and this time you will leave it in there. Back to the front, you knit it off, and then you pass through the second one, which you don't take off, leave it on that needle. Then you move to the back needle and you purl it off. Then you knit the back one, the second one, and you leave it on. Basically, you're repeating the same instructions over with each stitch. In the front, moving from the front needle to the back needle. We're approaching the end. Simply treat them the same as you did all the other stitches. Have removed all the stitches off the 2 knitting needles. This seam is right there. Some of your stitches are a little big, so you can go in and fix them, and you can do that with your tapestry needle. Simply go through every stitch and tug them gently, pulling out any slack and feeding it to the next stitch, pulling the slack off. We have pulled out the slack. Now set the stitches by gently tugging on your sock. We are going to now tuck in the tail end. Simply stick your needle inside the sock. And now insert your other hand inside the sock and turn it inside out. Tugging on that tail end. And now you just need to weave in the end. And remember to weave in the end, simply go in a zigzag motion. The purpose of this is to simply hide the tail end. Was one side, now go the opposite way. Now go the opposite way, finalizing this sag. You can continue weaving it until you feel comfortable. And then clip the yarn closely to the sock. And your sock is completed.